Are you feeling thoroughly modern? I hope you are, Millie, because it's episode 596 of Good Luck High Five.
That's right. You're listening to a podcast that's for you if you play Magic the Gathering. Whether you're a modern guy or a Regency gal, we're here for you.
I'm one of your hosts, Maria.
I'm another one of your hosts, Megan.
And
wait, I forgot. And or a non-binary Regency, like not Regency, a non-binary Renaissance person.
Oh, absolutely.
Those are the three: modern men, Regency gals, non-binary like Renaissance people.
Okay. We'w. That's you get the best clothes for sure. That's a tough one. Which one will you pick today?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments. We're going to talk about Modern Horizons 3, if you couldn't tell from that introduction, because we got a lot of exciting stuff coming up this week, including the Pro Tour.
Oh my goodness. It is upon us. It has been approaching.
Yes.
Ever since the last Pro Tour. As soon as one Pro Tour reaches the next one starts walking
crawling
towards you.
It's like
a horror movie.
It follows.
Yes.
It just always follows.
It always follows.
And you can't transfer it to anybody else.
No.
Because this is our Pro Tour.
Yes. But, okay, Maria.
What?
I'm going to give everyone a really quick hypothetical.
Ooh, all
which
right.
you are aware of. It is very like It Follows.
Okay, yeah.
Which is, you get unlimited money.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
there is a snail, and if it touches you, you die.
Yeah.
And it is always following you. It's just always slowly trying to get to you to kill you.
I have a question.
Yes.
If I go and I'm getting away from the snail, I'm going to go to the furthest place from where I am now geographically. I need to Google that. But if then
the snail can get on a plane.
Yeah, the snail can go on the plane. It can get to you.
Yes.
But my second question is if I redirect while it's in the air on the plane to try and trick it to go to another city, does it need to first go to the one where I was, or can it just redirect immediately and get on another plane?
I think probably it's limited. I think that it would have to land at the other airport first and then go to its new plane.
But it just changes.
In my mind, while you might have unlimited money, so you can take whatever kind of private plane that you decide you need to in order to get away from the snail, I think that the snail is... it's like it can't charter a plane, so it probably just needs to get on a flight to wherever it thought you were going, reaches the airport, is like, oh no, there's somewhere else.
Right.
Go to the next gate, get on the next plane.
Exactly.
Yes. But you cannot trap the snail, right? You can't be like, I build a plexiglass prison around the snail.
That's not allowed.
No.
Okay, that makes sense.
Or it's like you could, but the snail can get out, right?
Ooh, okay. The furthest large city from us is Perth, Australia.
Ooh, all right.
That doesn't seem half bad. I feel like, if the snail can get on a plane, can it take a taxi? Can it Uber?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh boy, that's a little spooky, because if I'm like, that snail just has a snail crawl to me.
I guess maybe, if it's on land, wow, I've not really thought of the parameters of what the snail can and cannot do. I think that if it has to, if you travel over water, it can use apparatus to travel towards you.
I hope it uses one of those swan boats.
It can use whatever apparatus to travel towards you. I do think if it's on the ground, it is just snailing towards you.
Okay, well, then your best course of action is to live on an island. Oh, is to live somewhere that's far away from an airport, I think. We can game this out. So if I went to Perth, and then I would just go to wherever is farthest away from the airport, and then I would know snail days, I probably have 30 days before I have to worry about where that snail is.
Snails can travel 1 mile per hour.
No, they cannot. Have you ever? This snail doesn't get tired, though. This snail's not stopping for a snack.
Although, wait, never mind. This is the AI overview, which I didn't realize I was looking at. It's giving me some really conflicting information.
You're going to eat a rock by the end of this.
Next, it says that in order to a snail won't touch you if you eat rock.
Well, and you also can't put salt around you or whatever to kill it. It is unkillable, I imagine.
Okay, the snail is unkillable.
Okay, yeah.
Wow, here we go. Snails can travel at 1 meter an hour and piggyback on other slime to save energy.
What does that mean? Piggyback on other slime?
Like one snail put down slime.
Oh, it uses a snail trail to go faster.
Yes, exactly. Another snail trail. Snails can hit a top speed of 1 meter an hour.
That doesn't seem too fast.
No, it seems pretty slow.
That's really slow.
So like if you do the whole like plane switch thing, like it's gonna take that snail like a full day to get to its new gate.
Right. I'm not worried about the snail. I think I'm taking this.
You think you're taking the money?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But her argument is often like you're always thinking about the snail.
I think that it would weigh too much on me.
You're like, that snail.
Exactly. Like, I think that I would think of the snail too often. I would you'd never be comfortable.
You could hire someone to think about the snail for you.
That's true. Unlimited money. You'd be like, look, your job.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't say, like, what? You're going to hire you're going to have 24/7
I'm going to have a
bodyguard?
24/7 snail guy. All you are allowed to do is think about that snail.
Think about snail. Make sure there is no snail near me.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm just saying, like, you're really jumping through a lot of
so I
hoops.
can enjoy my trillions.
Yes, to make your...
Let us know what you do about the snail. What were we talking about? How do we get on this?
Oh, no idea.
Oh, It Follows. If you haven't seen it, everybody, it was my favorite horror movie of the past
good.
very long time.
Wait, really?
What? What do you think beats it?
Okay. What do you mean favorite? Like, you don't mean best, though.
I don't know what I mean, really. What are you putting it up against?
Like, if you're like favorite horror movie, I'm like, oh, Hereditary is the scariest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yes. Hereditary is terrifying. So
and
maybe
Toni Collette should have won an Oscar for her performance in it.
I agree.
She is unbelievable in it.
So I should say, I guess I mean my favorite horror movie.
Yeah.
Was it the scariest? No. Do I think it was scary? I do still think it was scary.
It was scary. There were some good scary parts of It Follows.
But no, Hereditary is like actually terrifying.
Oh, Hereditary, like I said, is the #1 scariest movie I've ever experienced.
What about The Strangers?
Okay, The Strangers is like more awful. Because it's like
it's less artsy.
It's not artsy. It's just like straight up like awful thing.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, I think that Hereditary is like scarier in terms of just like making me feel afraid in a scenario that isn't going to occur.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's impossible.
Exactly. It's impossible. And yet I was so afraid.
Gosh, I love that. But now you're making me want to watch it again.
It's so good. I don't know that I could ever watch it again. Hereditary, I will say, incredible film. Deeply terrifying. I think one time.
Well, one-timer.
It's a one-timer.
Yeah. I just love the end so much. No spoilers, everybody.
It's really good.
Yeah, well, I guess we could go on about this for like
oh my
1,000
God, it
years.
turns out like we could keep going on for like a
Forget
very
the
long time.
X-Files. We're gonna go with modern horror.
All right. Oh God. Okay.
It's so good. Anyway,
really
Modern
good.
Horizons 3: The Pro Tour. It's happening this weekend, friends.
Yes, it is.
You should check it out. It's at twitch.tv/magic. It goes Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be on European time because we're going to be in Amsterdam doing this. So it's going to be a little weird for our viewers who are in the US, Canada, North America side of things. But you can watch the reruns, or you can get up at ungodly hours and have some fun and hang out. Some people do that, and I think it's kind of cute because we have a little hangout party, you know, in your PJs watching the Pro Tour. There's going to be Modern Horizons, so people are playing Modern. The scope of Modern is going to look totally different from what we saw last year at the Pro Tour. We can only imagine after this new set release. And we're going to be drafting Modern Horizons 3, which is going to be very, very sweet. So I'm super excited.
And of course, the shape of Modern is so different.
Yeah.
It is. There has been a full set of bands.
Yes.
Like some very impactful bands. There is now a whole new Modern legal set.
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously multiples, but there's one that's specifically direct to Modern.
Yeah. A whole year has gone by, everybody.
Yeah.
So we're going to catch you all up on what is happening in the Modern arena, across the Modern horizon, if you will, and talk also about draft and what we might expect from drafts at this Pro Tour too. Because I don't know, I'm super stoked for this PT.
Yeah, same.
Highly looking forward to it. So we're going to get you ready for that. But before we kick off the show, we want to say thank you to everyone who makes the show occur by being patrons at patreon.com/GLHF Magic. You're all the best people who support us over there because you actually make the show happen every single week. If you look forward to it, if it gives you something of value, we try to give back to you by giving you longer episodes, ad-free episodes, Discord access, all the rest of it. But mainly we want to say thank you for making the show itself happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Remember, because we're recording this one a little bit early before we leave town, we don't have new patrons to announce right now, but if you become a patron, you will get an excellent pun.
Ooh, excellent has been called.
Well,
promises have been made.
And by excellent, I mean terrible or great.
Yeah.
but
could be
not in the
either.
middle.
No middling.
It will not be in the
puns.
middle.
None at all. $5 a month or more gets you that, and you can join up, support this show, Commander Arcade, everything that we make. It's very important, everyone. So if you can help, we would really, really appreciate patreon.com/GLHF Magic.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna make us another tangent.
Okay,
Here we go.
let's go.
Which is, okay, so like I was saying about the puns.
Yes.
They will not be middle of the road. They will either be terrible or great. I was talking with a friend about seeding a movie bracket in a way, like using Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
But not where 0 is the worst, where 50 is the worst, and movement away from 50 in either direction is better.
Is this 50 combined audience critic, or are we just doing critic or audience here?
Let's
You know
just
what I
do
mean?
like just critic.
Critic
I think
score.
is what I would use.
Okay.
Right, because what I don't want is just like a mediocre movie. I want it to be if it's like a 10%,
Right.
incredible, or if it's like a 90%, also great.
Right. If you're getting a 10%, that movie there's something about it.
There's something to do. Like there's something to see there.
Exactly.
There's an experience to be had about it.
Oh, wow. I wonder what like the worst rated movie on Rotten Tomatoes is. Oh my
Wow.
God.
Okay, there must be multiples with 0.
Third tangent of the intro this morning. Everybody, you're really getting bonus content here on this episode of Good Luck High Five. So what category are we doing? Just any movie?
Yeah.
In those?
Oh, Rotten Tomatoes has a blog post, 100 worst movies of all time.
What metric are they using?
100 movies that scored less than 6% from at least 20 reviews.
Okay.
Wow. You're going to see lots of 0%, but the ones on this list all have at least 20.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, you got to make sure you got
Yeah.
at least 20 reviews, because otherwise it's not going to count.
All right. Do you want to hear a couple of these?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my God.
Oh my
there's a
God,
lot
I
of
just saw one was one of the Left Behind movies.
Yes. All right. Okay. We start with Ballistic X versus Sever.
Okay.
2002. Critics' consensus, a startlingly inept film.
Wow.
Ballistics offers overblown, wall-to-wall action without a hint of wit, coherence, style, or originality.
That sounds great.
Yes. Haunted by the mysterious death of his wife, Jeremiah X, Antonio Banderas has become a recluse, but the former... Oh, God. Oh, hold on. I'm clicking on... Wow,
What
this has
the
really gotten
heck?
me. But the former FBI manhunter is blackmailed back into service to track down an unstoppable ex-DIA operative codenamed Sever, Lucy Liu,
What the heck?
who has kidnapped the young son of the head of a secret committee of international security agencies.
Well, that makes me think it's not as fun, because if famous people are in it, then it means it's probably just boring.
Yeah, it's probably just terrible. Wow. Okay.
Because you know, listeners, that we love bad movies on this show, but they got to be a certain kind of bad. They can't just be snooze fest.
No, they can't just be snooze fests. All right. Yeah. Left Behind is on here.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah. Critics' consensus. Yea, verily. Like unto a plague of locusts, Left Behind hath begat a further scourge of devastation upon Nicolas Cage's once proud filmography.
And it is Nicolas Cage?
That appears to be Nicolas Cage.
Doesn't look like him.
Wow. You want to know who else is in this?
Who?
Chad Michael Murray.
Okay.
All right. That's all.
Oh.
The entire planet is thrown into mayhem when millions of people disappear without a trace. All that remains are their clothes and belongings. Unmanned
up
vehicles
naked?
crash and planes fall from the sky, overwhelming emergency forces and causing massive gridlock, riots, and chaos. Airline pilot Ray Steele, Nicolas Cage,
Oh, and what a
struggles
name.
to save the lives of passengers who remain on his flight, while his daughter, Casey Thompson, races to find her brother and mother, both of whom have disappeared.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. The Left Behind series of the books was a huge hit when they came out. Do you remember this?
No.
I was in high school at the time, and I recall being like, what is going on? They were everywhere. I would see them. I mean, like, it was a phenomenon.
All right, hold on. I have to read this audience review of this film.
Okay, great.
Peter L.
Thanks, Peter.
gave it a half a star.
Okay.
Another attempt by the Christian right to send the message that if you don't follow their imaginary God, you'll be abandoned and left to suffer for 7 years in hell on earth. It was a real comedy romp. I laughed through much of it. Gotta love the message of fear. Really inspires one to jump on the holy bandwagon.
Wow. Okay, that's you're selling me. You're selling me. laughing the whole way through is what I'm
Here we
looking
go.
for.
I know I was going to say, Emily D says, it's pretty horrible in theory, but besides the fear mongering, I'm not going to lie and say I didn't want to finish watching it, LMAO.
Emily hitting us with the real stuff there.
All right.
Oh, poor Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
Wow.
I know. Well, you know what? I heard that he just likes making movies.
Yeah, he's just in for a good time any kind of time, you know?
Yeah. All right. There's also, I'll just like name some others. We won't talk about them, but Pinocchio from 2002.
Oh, it looked horrifying.
Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2.
No thanks. No
Gold
baby
Diggers.
movies. What?
The Last Days of American Crime.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Critics' consensus. This crime is punishment. That's pretty good.
Great review.
Yeah.
Great review.
Let's see. The Ridiculous 6. Wow. Yeah, that's right. I remember when that came out and everyone was like, wow, why would you make this movie in 2015?
What's happened? Why? Why did you think that?
It is deeply racist.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes. There's Jaws, The Revenge.
Oh, Jaws is back.
1987.
You know, remaking one of the best movies of all time is always smart.
Yeah. Jim Carrey in a very dramatic looking role in Dark Crimes.
No. Look, I knew you did Truman Show, but that was, that was
a long time ago.
I don't
And
want
that was
I don't want
weird.
him to be any more serious than Truman Show.
Yeah.
That is the limit for me with Jim Carrey.
Absolutely. The Disappointments Room.
I saw one of these. Cabin Fever, is this on this list here?
Yeah, Cabin Fever.
I saw that. It was somebody, it's a horror movie, and this, if you don't like blood and gore, I'm going to tell you something you could turn back in 10 seconds. There's a scene where a woman's shaving her legs in the bathtub and she shaves her skin off.
Oh my God.
That's what I remember. That's it. That's all I remember. It was awful, of course.
Oh, okay.
Another baby movie.
Yes, Look Who's Talking Now, which they do cover on an episode of How Did This Get Made, and it's delightful.
Oh, don't want to see any baby movies.
Okay. Wow. We could just keep going. I want to watch all of these.
Yeah.
No, I don't. There's some I don't want to watch.
Not all of them, but.
Transylmania.
What?
2009. Okay, here we go. Critics. Oh, this one. Okay, and then after this, we'll be done.
Will we?
Yes. Critics' consensus: never aiming higher than threadbare jokes and offensive attempts at politically incorrect humor, Transylmania is a vampire comedy that truly sucks. Synopsis.
I thought it was going to be something like about trans vampires. Never mind.
Yeah, no. College students arrive at a Romanian castle for a semester abroad, unaware that the place is infested with vampires.
Wow, they should have thought about that.
Wow. All right.
That's excellent. Wow, we've got some really good ideas for your weekend, everybody. You're welcome.
Wait, I'm going to read you one more audience review of this.
I knew we were done.
No, this is an audience review of Transylmania by Lauren J. 5 stars.
Lauren, all right.
Transylmania is a film that has college humor, vampires, drug use, strip teases, sword fights, sex, and at its core, love.
What?
The film has some redeeming value when it comes to the Radu true love storyline. Radu was an ancient vampire who fell in love with a witch. Together they ruled their countryside while feasting on the villagers' blood. When Stefania, true love, gets cursed by a vampire slayer and loses her soul to him, Radu searches far and wide to get his true love's soul back. Centuries later, a group of students visit Radu's castle for a school assignment and end up taking the course of their lives. This is a great film to enjoy during Valentine's Day as a, quote, love sucks party, a cold night in film, or for date night. I highly recommend this film.
So either you're watching it because you hate love or you're on a date. It works for either.
It works for either. Okay. We can now walk away from these, but thank you all for bearing with me.
Great list.
That was a journey that I wanted to that I wanted to go on, if I'm being honest, and I'm glad that we did. I have no regrets.
No regrets.
How much time on today's podcast have we already spent talking
20
about?
minutes.
Great.
But we're not done. We're not done.
done.
Well, we have to say thank you to Card Kingdom before we keep going on.
Cardkingdom.com.
/GLHF.
/GLHF.
Go to that link, get whatever you need for your magical life. We just used Card Kingdom the other day to get cards for a deck for Megan for a Commander Arcade episode we filmed. Rob ordered them. They came the next day. Can you believe it?
Wow.
And they were in Megan's deck by the time we filmed.
Yes, they were.
That service right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you've got any rares sitting around that you're not using, if you've got one commander deck you want to turn into a different one, you can sell it to them. They'll give you a great trade-in deal on your cards so that you can buy new ones at a discount. So consider Card Kingdom when you're thinking about anything that you need to make happen for your Magic decks to bring them to life.
Card Kingdom, a store that has college humor, vampires, drug use, stripteases, sword fights, sex, and at its core, love. CardKingdom.com/GLHF. All right, Maria, this weekend's Pro Tour kicks off with Modern Horizons 3 Draft.
It absolutely does. And who is not happier than we are about that fact?
Nobody is happier than we are.
In the whole universe.
But
it's
maybe
so
you,
fun.
listener.
It's fantastic. I hope you all catch it. Draft is so exciting. And
it is wild to me that it is not everyone's favorite part.
I truly don't.
It is absolutely baffling.
I truly don't understand.
It's so fun, everybody. You get to watch someone draft a deck, and then you get to watch people play draft decks.
It's kind of like,
I don't know. It's a great time.
It's just so wonderful. And I think especially this set, it's going to be so exciting because in this set, you can do basically whatever you want. The mana is perfect.
Yes.
The cards are all 2-for-1s. Every single stinking last one of them does 5 different things.
To use the good luck high five phrase, so much card for card.
A lot of card for card.
You're getting a lot of card for card.
Every card is worth 5 cards. You have perfect mana. The cards are extremely powerful. And then you're like, put 100 or so pros in a room and you're like, go nuts.
Yeah.
You're going to have an exciting draft format.
A lot of card for card.
So I am just so stoked to see what they actually do with this. So we're going to take a look right now at some 17 Lands data about the draft format. Like we said, we are very early in the format because we are pre-recording this, but we think there have been enough games for this to be valuable right now, but the numbers are going to shift slightly by the time that you listen to this, but I don't think they're going to change entirely unless some really, really weird stuff starts happening.
I mean, the number one thing to talk about that is already relevant and feels like it will continue to be relevant is that Writhing Chrysalis is just a busted card.
Yeah, this this is the 2/3. We talked about it when Judge Rob was on the show the other week. It happened to me in real life. 2 red-green for
Writhing
2/3.
Chrysalis, it happened to me.
Has it happened to you? Probably. It's got Devoid. When you cast a spell, it's an Eldrazi. You create 2 0/1 spawns. It has Reach. We call it Secret Reach because it's the 5th line of text. And I forgot about it at the pre-release. Whenever you sacrifice another Eldrazi, you put a +1/+1 counter on this. And the thing is, you are getting 2 when you cast this, and then you can just immediately put them on this if you want.
If you need to.
You're probably just casting another Eldrazi, though. You know, maybe the 5/5 Trampler that gives everything +1/+1 counters.
Woof.
And then you're swinging and your opponent is scooping. Anyway, this card is the best common in the set based on game in hand win rate on 17lands.com. It has currently a 66.7% win percentage, which is absurd.
Yeah. To give you an idea, the next most successful common is at a 62.7% win rate.
Wow. Okay, that's a huge drop. Now, I don't expect this to stay at 66.7 because I think people are going to start to understand that this card is...
This is one bad boy.
This is a mythic common. Now, normally we say mythic uncommon.
But no, we have surpassed mythic commons.
We're into mythic common here.
We have leapt into mythic common territory.
Which doesn't happen very often.
No.
It really doesn't. I'm like, when was the last mythic common we had? I'm sure there was something, but I don't know if... maybe that little crab that milled when we had that mill deck in that one format. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, the Ruin Crab.
Ruin Crab, was that
Ruin Your Day Crab.
And then you just milled and you played the blue-black mill deck.
Yeah.
Maybe that counts, but it was still part of a strategy, you know. I mean, so is this, but like whatever.
Is the strategy winning?
The strategy's winning the game.
Strategy is called winning the game.
So that one's sitting at the best win rate right now. That card's absurd. And we've got a green card coming in next and a red card after that, which can go in this deck if you want.
Yeah. We have Malevolent Rumble, 1 and a green for a sorcery. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a permanent card from among them into your hand. Put the rest into your graveyard. Create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token.
Yeah, it's excellent. You can find land that you might need to find. You can find creatures if you want to find creatures, and you make a spawn.
Wow. Make spawn.
You just do it all.
Yeah. Next up, though, is Galvanic Discharge. This card is sick.
Yeah,
just in general. This is a single red for an instant. Choose target creature or planeswalker. You get 3 energy. Then you may pay any amount of energy. Galvanic Discharge deals that much damage to that permanent.
Yeah, really good.
Wow. So like it's just it starts out
It's
as lightning bolt
it's
only
lightning
on
bolt.
creatures.
Yeah.
But it could be even like if you have other energy from stuff, you can deal more than 3.
Yeah.
You can deal 5, you can deal 6.
Whatever you want.
need.
If you're playing an energy deck, that card's absurd. And in a normal deck, hey, do you want to play lightning bolt? Yeah, I think you probably do.
Yeah. What? You want to play lightning bolt?
And then we kind of switch gears here and go into the red-white energy deck because the 4th best common currently is Conduit Goblin, which is red-white for that 2/2 Goblin Warrior. When it ETBs, you get 2 energy. At the beginning of combat, you can pay an energy, and if you do, you give another creature +1/+0 haste.
Sick.
So
real nice.
Very aggressive red-white slanted deck that works with that galvanic discharge as well. So those things that we're mentioning now are relevant when you take a look at the best color combinations in the set too, because I believe red-white is currently champion over there. So if we're looking at 2-color decks, which in this format, you can definitely play more colors. The lands are absurd. Is the most winning color combination coming in at 62.9% currently.
Wow. Get out there and be a little aggro baby.
Yeah, if you want to be an aggro baby, there you go. Congratulations. You're doing it.
Congratulations. Celestia is also up there in 61.7%.
Yes.
Nice.
And Gruul is at 60.1, so not far behind.
All right. Red, green, and white.
The Eldrazi. So Naya colors dominating at the top of the charts here.
Absolutely. We see some suffering amongst other colors. Dimir notably is at 50.5.
Oh, Dimir.
Woof.
Sorry.
Ouch.
That's a big drop from 62.9.
Yeah. Let's see. Golgari is down here at 51.1.
Okay.
Ouch. And it even has green.
It has green in it.
Ah.
Wow. Okay. So
as we say, Azoria is down here at 51.7. Woof.
yeah.
That even has white in it.
Yucko.
Blue and black. Looking pretty rough.
But if you're playing, you know, like you can play 4 colors. You can probably play 5 colors if you want in a draft format and still have a deck that can do very well. Right now, 5-color decks are sitting around 53.8% win rate, so it's not too bad. But anyway, think about that when you're drafting that Naya. Red, green, and white colors are at the top of the charts, top of the pops, if you will, right now. But like I said, I truly feel like this is anybody's format. You can play red blue energy deck, be explosive, get out there. You can play red white energy to be even faster than that. You can go big with your Eldrazi's, playing Writhing Chrysalis, putting counters on everything. You know, you can Jund out if you want. Doesn't seem like black's very good, but you could put that in your deck if you want. I was just
what
like,
a recommendation.
I was just like, why would I play Jund if I'm playing red green? And I'm like,
I don't know.
Because you just said like Golgari and Dimir were bad.
Are bad.
Yeah.
So maybe don't.
So maybe don't Jund them out for the first time.
Maybe don't Jund them out. Just Gruul them out.
Just Gruul them out. Oh, look, our TV changed. There we go. I'm going to put our little backdrop on again. Sorry, everybody. I don't know what you were looking at there. I'm very excited to continue to explore and play this format.
Same.
It's just been a blast so far. The games have all been extremely powerful. When I was talking to Rob about the pre-release, I was like, I felt like every one of my rounds should have been streamed because it was so exciting, everything that happened.
That's great.
It was just like 2 heavyweight boxers going at it in the ring.
I think that this draft format, there's so many powerful cards. Like, I can't even begin to imagine what pro players like drafting and playing this format against each other is going to look like. I think it's going to be, like you said, it's like a heavyweight boxing match. Just like getting out there, throwing punches.
Throwing punches.
Every card
eating lunches.
is punch.
Yeah. Every card is a KO, potentially. Yeah. So make sure you all tune in to see the draft or check it out on the VODs because I bet it's going to be incredible. And we'll keep our eye on it and see what happens as the dust from the Pro Tour settles and we continue on and find out what else we have ahead of us on the horizon. Let's talk about Modern, the constructed format.
Yeah. So Maria,
Yes.
to give you a little picture of where we were last year.
Last year, we were in
Barcelona. We had been on the beach for a while. Woo! It was nice.
That was me trying to do the Back in Time music, but it sounded more like a pigeon that was dying.
We're in Barcelona. We're having a great time. We're eating amazing food.
Oh, yes.
Tapas are incredible. And also, Lord of the Rings has just come out.
The movie?
Set? No. Yeah, we're going to go way back. No, the Lord of the Rings magic set has just come out.
Yep.
Which was the last direct-to-modern set.
Yeah.
And the top 8, so Jake Beardsley won with Rakdos Evoke.
First Pro Tour. Jake Beardsley won it.
He defeated Christian Calcano on Mono Green Tron in the finals.
That was a great finals.
It was a great finals.
2 great guys.
Yeah. And then also in the top 8, we had Javier Dominguez on Mono Green Tron, Dominic Harvey on Amulet Titan, classic combo deck.
Canadian player.
Marco Del Pivo on Teamer Rhinos.
Oh, yeah.
Kai, none other than Kai Buddha
German
on
juggernaut.
Teamer Rhinos. Simon Nielsen on Mono Green Tron.
Nice.
Part of his long
string of top 8s.
String of top 8s.
Only broken at the last one. Barely.
Yes, barely. Almost didn't.
Barely.
Almost didn't break the streak. Almost top 8 again. Stefano Vinci on Teamer Rhinos as well.
So we had our Rakdos Evoke player, which was Jake Beardsley, won the whole thing. And I remember going into this Pro Tour, everybody was very terrified that Rakdos Evoke was going to be completely and utterly dominant.
Yes.
I think it was the most played deck of the weekend, if
I want to say
that
it was.
And it was making huge waves going up to the Pro Tour. People were like, this needs to be banned. It's winning all of these tournaments. It feels terrible when you get Rakdos evoked because they have like 1 million power and you've discarded 2 of your cards on turn 3. So there was a lot of talk about it. Yeah. And Jake Beardsley did win the tournament with it, but notably the only player in the top 8 that was running Rakdos Evoke, which a lot of people know better as Rakdos Scam.
I also have here, so the overall win rate of Rakdos Evoke at that tournament was 54.2%.
Okay.
Then some other decks that had great win rates up there. Teamer Rhinos, 56%. Mono Green Tron, 54.6%. These are ones, there are some higher ones, but they don't have as many players on them.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Some decks that did notably poorly, 4-color Omnath, 43.4%. Woof. Golgari Yawgmoth, which we'll probably still see here.
People will probably still play it.
44.5.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Lots of, like you mentioned, Teamer Rhinos. We had 3 copies of that in our top 8.
Yes.
And Teamer Rhinos, I think, kind of emerged from this Pro Tour as the best deck.
Even though it didn't win. Next deck.
But not anymore.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So obviously we've had some bans hit not all of these, but 2 of these big decks since then, with, of course, Rakdos losing. I forget if it lost Grief or Fury.
Fury.
It lost Fury.
It lost its Fury.
Yes. None of us have lost our Grief in 2024, am I right? Anyways.
I just opened a great Grief, so I'm like, I hope they don't ban it. I have a really cool looking one from Modern Horizons 3. I should show it off.
Yeah, I want to see this.
It looks beautiful. No big deal. Call me if you want to buy it.
And we've lost Violent Outburst.
Yes.
Right up there with Fury.
Right up there with Fury. Yeah.
We lost our Fury and our Violent Outburst because we all still have Grief.
Thematic bans.
Wow.
So Violent Outburst hitting our
Teamer Rhinos.
Our Teamer Rhinos reanimator style decks.
Yeah. Also Living End. Losing Violent Outburst.
Yeah. So we've had some changes. Those decks got a bit of a nerf. Yeah. Plus the fact that we mentioned Modern Horizon just came out, plus a year of other Magic cards. So how are things going to look different heading into this Pro Tour?
Well, they're going to look different, but also to some extent they might not. Rakdos Evoke is still a deck.
Still a deck. It lives on.
Living End also lives on. Is still quite popular.
Incredible.
It had a really good Living End was right up there with Teamer Rhinos in terms of having just like a really strong season at the regional championships, kind of in the fall following last year's Pro Tour.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's, I think, part of what led to some of those bans there.
But we are seeing potentially a new star rising on these Modern Horizons.
All right, Maria.
Okay.
Hit me with it. Tell me about it.
All right, so we're going to talk about a bird, everybody. Have you heard about this bird? It is, in fact, the word. Oh, no. How many times is somebody going to say that this weekend?
So many times. So many times.
So this is all the new hotness. Remains to be seen what actually happens at the Pro Tour, of course, because lots of surprises are usually in store. But I'm going to talk about Nadu Winged Wisdom. This bird is absurd. 1 green blue for a 3/4 bird wizard at rare flying. Creatures you control have, whenever this creature becomes a target of a spell or ability, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it onto the battlefield. Not tapped, by the way. This will be important. Otherwise, put it into your hand. This ability triggers only twice each turn. And you might think, only twice each turn? Well, that we're okay. You can't do a weird combo with this. Wrong.
Oh, wait, can't you? Wow. Under what circumstances are people saying you can't have a weird combo with this? What?
I'm like, oh, the twice a turn restriction, that means we're fine, right? It can't go off in any kind of weird way. Incorrect. This deck is built specifically to combo off and win the game by milling yourself.
Yeah.
Thanks to the help of Nadu, because Nadu is granting this ability to other creatures, right?
Yes. So very notably, like when we first look at this, we were like, what's going on?
Yeah.
It does say this ability triggers only twice each turn, but it's putting that text, that whole block of text onto the creature. So each creature
gets this.
Only triggers twice each turn, but then just other creature have it.
So what you need to do is have a lot of creatures. As soon as you have a lot of creatures entering the battlefield and you're able to trigger this a bunch of times, well, then you're golden because you're basically triggering it forever.
Maria, how am I going to make a lot of creatures?
Well, you see, there's a couple of cool ways that you can do this in this deck. The first way that we can do it is using the card Shuko. Have you heard of this card before?
No, I really haven't.
I have only because I remember the art, which is 2 hands wearing these little like motorcycle gloves.
Yeah, the little, but that have little claws on them.
They've got little claws on the palms, though, which I always thought was brutal. I would not be expecting claw palms coming at me.
No, who would?
This is a 1-mana artifact. Equipped creature gets +1/+0. Who cares? The important part is that the equip cost of this is 0.
Is 0. What?
So that way you can target your creatures for free repeatedly.
Wow. All right.
Okay.
Seems powerful.
So we have the ability to do that. We have another creature that allows us to target repeatedly as well in the deck, which is Outrider and Core. This is 2 and a white for a 2/2. It has flanking. Who cares? We're not even going to read it. It has 0. The next 1 damage that would be dealt to Outrider and Core this turn is dealt to target creature you control instead.
Yeah.
So importantly,
we also have Bristly Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Who has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So there's a third way.
That too.
That one, all we need is a land. These two, we don't need anything, but we're going to have lands. Don't worry.
Yes. Because of Nadu, that's what Nadu do.
That's what Nadu do.
Nadu do. Uh-oh.
This, I don't know where the puns are going to end with this thing. I just don't know. Okay,
Yeah.
So you're making a lot of creatures. How do you do that? You can use Springheart Nantuko. Do you know about this card? This is a new card from MH3. This is the 1/1 for 1 and a green insect monk. That's right. It's a bug who went to religious school. It has bestow for 1 and a green. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1. He's a minister. Watch your mouth around Springheart Nantuko.
Oh no.
Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, it has landfall. You may pay 1 and a green if a Nantuko is attached to a creature you control. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that creature. If you don't, create a token this way. Create a 1/1 green insect creature token.
Great.
So this landfall is happening. Nadu is making the lands occur. Springheart is making 1/1s. When you play the land, you're targeting those things
oh my gosh.
with Shuko or with Outrider and Core or with Bristly Bill or whatever. So you just continue this loop basically forever, making 1/1s, targeting them, drawing cards, making more 1/1s, etc. You can find these cards in your deck. By the way, we are playing Court of Calling to be able to find these cards. And before you know it, you've hit the bottom of your deck, you have a Thassa's Oracle in play, and you win the game.
Yes. So Thassa's Oracle, there's only a single copy. It's blue for a 1/3 Merfolk Wizard, if you don't remember this. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is your devotion to blue. Put up to 1 of them on top of your library and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. If X is greater than or equal to the number of cards in your library, you win the game.
Yep.
So it, of course, has 2 blue pips itself, so There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
Wow.
That's the deck.
Wow. That's the deck.
That's the deck.
That's the deck.
That's the hot buzz.
And that's the deck.
Around town right now about the newness to Modern. It is 5-0ing some leagues on Magic Online.
Wow. Spicy.
So it's doing the thing. It's doing the thing.
Yeah.
But remains to be seen if people find a way to combat this, if they think something else is just better versus it, right?
Yeah. Very true.
There's a bunch of different kinds of decks leading the 5-0 leagues on Moto right now. Amulet Titan, Boros Burn, Tron, Eldrazi Tron, Domain Zoo, Scam, like we mentioned. This deck, Dredge, Yawgmoth, Ad Nauseum, still out there. Goryo's Vengeance.
Also a chance that there are pro players out there who have put together other combos or other decks that people don't know about yet, and they're keeping them under wraps, right? They're just keeping a real tight lid on that.
Don't know where Boggles is on this list. Let me keep scrolling though. It might.
Yeah, keep going. I'm sure
it
it's
might
on there.
It might be on there somewhere.
I bet it is.
Somewhere it's got to be.
Oh
in
yeah,
here.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah,
it definitely is. Keep looking.
Okay, I'll keep looking. Oh look, somebody had 5-0'd with a deck. Twiddlestorm. Wow, are we twiddling? We sure are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
anyway.
Let's see. There's also. Oh, this is.
What?
Oh, this is just like a mono red burn. It was called red green, but it's just mono red.
Just mono red.
All. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what I'm seeing here, at least currently from this data, is that there is a whole ton of different decks that seem to be doing well across Modern, which sets us up very nicely.
This is like a mono red Storm deck.
Ooh, cool.
So Ral Monsoon Sage actually is quite good for Storm.
Yeah.
1 and a red. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast.
God.
Notably quite good. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell during your turn, flip a coin. If you lose the flip, Ral Monsoon Sage deals 1 damage to you. If you win the flip, you may exile Ral. If you do, return him to the battlefield transformed under his owner's control. And of course, he flips as Ral Leyline Prodigy. 2 loyalty planeswalker. Ral Leyline Prodigy enters the battlefield with an additional loyalty counter on him for each instant and sorcery spell you've cast this turn.
This could be very fun.
All right.
We're playing Grape Shot to deal 1. We're storming off with that. And we're playing Desperate Ritual as you would in a Storm deck, etc. I mean, it could be very cool.
Yeah, Past in Flames, of course.
Yep.
All right, I'm very interested to see if Ral helps this Storm deck get there.
That'd be sick. I would love to see a Storm deck. I think on the top tables.
Yeah,
for sure. But like you said, we never know. Sometimes they surprise us. For instance, when we had the Vampires deck do so well to Standard PT.
It was
this
Pioneer?
Year. Oh, excuse me. Pioneer PT this year.
Oh,
that was a total
so
surprise. Nobody
Very
saw
cool.
that coming. And with so many cards and so much time since the last Modern PT, it certainly could have happened. I'll just say that. So,
absolutely.
Looking forward to seeing what the pros play and to see Boggles take down the whole thing yet again. Someone asked me if Lion Umbra was going to be a thing in Boggles. That's a new card from MH3.
Oh yeah, what do you think?
Well, I don't know. All my Umbras, all my armor. Oh my God. Okay, one more time. All of my auras are already so good. I don't know.
That's fair. What are you going to cut?
What I could possibly cut for it. So, don't know. But sometimes Boggles surprise you. But only in a creature format, not in a format where we're storming.
True.
Anyway, it seems like we've primed the pump for a very exciting Modern. So excited for draft, excited for Modern. I think this is the most excited I've been for Pro Tour in a long time.
Yeah, same. I love a Modern Pro Tour. I love a fresh format. I love a powerful draft format. Let's go. We've got all of these things.
Let's go.
Heck yes.
But first, some Dutch chocolate.
Oh, you know my problem with European chocolate.
What possible problem could you have?
They love to hide hazelnut in there.
Oh,
they just love it. They love it. They don't even talk about it. They're like,
put it in there.
They're like, here's normal chocolate, and I'm like, is it? And they're like, yeah, and I'm like, there's a hazelnut in this, and they're like, yeah, it's normal chocolate. And
you're
I'm
not
like,
allergic. You just hate it.
I just hate it.
It's so. I've never met a hazelnut hater.
It's me.
A hazel hater.
Disgusting to me. Like, I can't
Wow.
even describe like how foul it tastes.
Is this? Do you have other nuts that you can't stand?
Those are. Yeah, but.
Like what though?
No.
You don't? There's
No.
no other nuts that you're like, I will not abide this almond. Because I
love
know some
almonds.
people don't like almonds.
Almonds are great. I like cashews. I'm very medium on, but they're not offensive.
They don't have a flavor, really.
Exactly, and their texture is weird.
It's soft.
But anyways,
It's a soft nut.
Yeah, exactly. Not great. No, but hazelnuts are like disgusting.
So interesting. Because
to
you're
me.
having a reaction to this, like I have a reaction to goat cheese, for instance. Like I just absolutely cannot eat it.
And it's not even. It's like you're like, okay, what is the flavor that it is that's so offensive to you? And it's like I can't even describe it. It's just that I taste it, and my whole body is like,
that's it.
No, it is disgusting. There's nothing redeemable about the flavor.
What is the closest flavor to a hazelnut? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Because I can say goat cheese is why I don't like blue cheese, because both of those taste the same to me.
Wow.
But then once you get into feta, I'm suddenly okay.
Yeah.
So I see that trajectory, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't like pickles, and because I don't like pickles, I don't like olives. Those are a similar flavor
Do you know
profile.
what's wild to me is that I love goat cheese and hate blue cheese.
Oh,
And
really?
I love pickles and hate olives. So you're like,
Okay.
these things are the same. And I'm like, they're not the same. I like one of them and I don't like the other one.
We need a flavor spectrum
Yes.
to find out
To talk about like what the flavors are. Okay, wait.
what
is
is
there
the
like a
most flavor to least flavor, and then grouped by flavor types.
types chart?
Yeah. Because I put bitter, that's not a flavor,
Here we
that's a
go.
taste category.
Okay.
But I don't like bitter things, so I don't drink coffee. I don't like
This one says
hops.
there's like 5 of them, but this is not this. There's stuff lacking here, because this one has umami, sweet, sour, bitter, spice.
Yeah, those are like the flavor profiles or whatever. But we want to know like where's pickle on the chart and where's chocolate.
Exactly.
Because pickle and chocolate aren't obviously next to each other, but there are things which are more pickly and things which are more chocolatey. We are just in a tangent mood today for sure.
We really are.
That's just honest. We're just being honest with you, everybody. That we're in a tangent mood. We're feeling it.
Wow, I can find lots for like. Oh, okay. Let's see this.
Was that a specific one for coffee?
No, there was I found one for wines and one for cigars.
So that makes sense, I guess. People are really big into those things. What is this?
Oh, okay. Here we go. This one divides it like way more out.
Oh, that's so interesting. It looks like there's a graph she's looking at. It looks like a little snail. Speaking of snails.
Yeah. This one has tastes, sour, sweet, salt, bitter. But then it has like
Aromas?
pungent, which is maybe where I would put blue cheese.
Oh, for sure that's in pungent.
Yeah. God, the resolution on this is bad and I can't read it.
It's split.
Harsh,
Harsh.
sharp,
Yep. Okay.
bland, acidy. What is this one? Mellow.
Okay.
Is this whiny and soury?
Soury.
That seems wrong.
Savory?
Savory. Oh, that was probably what it says. Right? Like, why is this
Why is this
pickles. resolution
two pickles.
so bad?
2 pixels.
Okay. Well, we're gonna
Listener,
have to.
if you know what we're talking about and if such a chart exists, I would be interested to see it. I'm just, because I would love to see food categories in this way. Or is it literally impossible? Because how a pickle tastes to me, it might not be how a pickle tastes to somebody else.
Wild.
I don't know. I think there's a general
Okay, let's
consensus,
see.
though, across most foods. You can get it to some level where people agree on basically kind of what the taste is.
Wow. Okay. I don't know what this is, but it's very.
Megan found another really crazy looking chart.
I'm really finding some
Some great infographics.
Here.
Well,
All right.
we'll continue looking into this,
Anyways.
everybody, and give you some updates.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay. Sorry. I need to stop looking at this. I'm really into it. Should we do our predictions of who we think's going to win?
yeah, who do you think's going to win?
Wow. Who do I think is going to win?
Who do you think is going to win?
Okay. You pick first. Who do you think is going to win?
You always make me go first.
Do I?
No.
No, because I've picked the one that you wanted to pick sometimes.
You've stolen
Yes,
John
I've stolen.
Emmanuel for sure. Gosh, I feel like the hot take is to pick Simon.
Wow. All right.
But Simon has notably said that he's like, I should really be focusing more on school or whatever, right?
Yes.
So maybe, but also he can also do that and still be great. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Who's really good at modern? But JD's also a great drafter, so that he might be a solid choice.
Yeah, that's true.
Our world champ. Good gravy. Javier wouldn't be a bad bet, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm gravitating towards Europeans because they're much more modern heavy over there.
Europeans are so modern.
They love modern. So that makes me want to push it that way. But, all right, I'm doing it. I'm calling it. I'm going to pick Javier.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to pick Gabriel Nassif.
Oh, you think there's going to be some control deck that's going to win?
I don't know. I was thinking about picking Javier, but then you picked Javier.
Wow.
Do you know what? I was just kind of thinking about it, and I was like, do you know what? I think Nassif's a good player. That's all, really.
Oh, yeah. Hey, can't disagree with that.
I think Nassif's a great player.
Well, tune in and find out which one of us is going to be correct.
Because it will definitely be
one of us, for sure. I mean, it has been in the past.
That's true.
You cold called JD.
Called JD.
You got it. I don't think I've ever called it. I've definitely got my picks in the top 8.
Yeah.
But never won.
Well,
so
it could be your moment.
It could be the time.
I think Javier's a great choice.
Javier's been going like ninth in a couple of
exactly.
and then 8 and then 9 and then whatever. So he's been losing out just barely on top 8s. So he's right around the cusp. So that's the reasoning for my pick there. But anyway, we'll find out, everyone. Twitch.tv/magic starting this Friday. Thanks for tuning in, kids. We're going to go do a pro tour. What do you say?
All right.
Let's do it. Thanks to all of our beautiful, amazing, and brilliant patrons.
Yes.
Patreon.com/GLHF Magic.
Thank you so much to each and every one of you for keeping us a podcast that has college humor, vampires, drug use, strip teases, sword fight, sex, and at its core, love. That's what we bring you.
That's a promise. That's a good luck high five promise. You can expect every week. Thank you again, patrons. Please join us so we have some people to say thank you to next episode.
Yes.
Shout out to Card Kingdom. cardkingdom.com/GLHF also brings you all the things on Megan's list.
Yes, absolutely.
Every time you order from there, that's a promise. Thank you to everyone who comes and watches our YouTube channel and gives us comments and likes, subscribes over there. That's youtube.com/GLHF Magic, or excuse me, /Good Luck High Five. And then our Commander Arcade channel, that's youtube.com/@GLHF Commander.
Yeah.
So a lot of things to remember, but good news. You don't have to remember them. They're in the show notes as links. You can just click them. Yeah. Our Silver Border episode right now is up on our YouTube channel, our for Commander. It's a blast. Go check it out. We're very excited about it. And it's really, really nonsense.
Yes, it's
hot
so
nonsense
fun.
all the way down.
So much fun. Remember, thank you for keeping us here, even if we are not good, but rather misunderstood. That's another review for Transylvania.
They say it's not good and
not good, but rather misunderstood.
And also misunderstood.
Rated 5 out of 5 stars. Wow, that's wild.
Okay. Not good, but misunderstood. Good luck, high five.
Wait, here we go. I'll read you a few more reviews.
Okay,
everyone.
great.
Parts of it were stupidly funny. That's it. Nothing else is redeemable about this godforsaken movie. Could also be said about Good Luck High Five.
I love the term godforsaken.
Yes.